All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Ironwood Online. I am your host, Noah Hansen, and we are back here again with another exciting week. I hope you guys are excited as I am. We've got a couple new guests on tonight. We've got a couple familiar faces that I'm sure you know from around camp. But before we get this party started, we are going to bring on Grace Buckner to talk about the things that have been happening this last week. We're going to be going over our community highlights. Grace, are you in the stream right now?
Yes, I am here.
Awesome. Let me get this moved back over to you. Actually, I'm just gonna keep this up in the background. So, Grace, what do we want to start with today?
Yeah. Well, first of all, to let you know, we have a couple guest hosts with us today. We're going to talk to Raegan after this, and we have a couple of the guys from Wonderstate, so stay tuned to see them.
Yes.
Last week, we asked our audience, what are your strategies for surviving social distancing? What have you been doing to keep yourself sane, to stay healthy, stay positive? And we got some responses. Some people are just really leaning into their video games. That's what a lot of people are doing because there's so much more time. But exercise has been really important for people. Prayer, obviously, is really important. We had one of our Ironwood staff has been working on a bunch of projects that she said she never feels like she has time for. Sarah, one of our wranglers, and if you've been to horse camp, I'm sure you'll recognize her, but she's got some skills. Noah, can we see what she's been working on?
Yes, I believe we can. Give me just a second. We will take a look at... Yep, there we go. Got her up on the stream right now. So what's that a picture of exactly? Has she been...
Sarah made a lovely dress, and I learned some new things. It's called a walk-away dress with a crinoline something. I don't know. She knows more about it, but she made that, so be impressed. So that's what she's been able to do with her time. And then we have a clip from Anna Washburn, Ironwood alum, Assistant Youth Programs Director, alum extraordinaire. And she is making it with dance breaks. And so I think we have a clip from her too.
Yes, we do. I was a little slow on this one, so it looks like I'm going to have to do a quick download. I knew there was one thing that I forgot, so we're going to just open it up very quickly and it will be all fine and dandy.
Not a problem.
Give me just a second.
That's okay. And while, Noah, you're doing that, we'll let everyone know that if you stick around to the end of the live stream, we'll be announcing what our next competition is. And this time it is legitimately going to be a competition. So what we're going to do is every week we'll have competitions and we'll have you submit the picture of what you're doing or video or what have you. And if you win, we're going to do that through the rest of the school year. And if you win, you'll be entered into a raffle to get a prize.
Oh, wow.
And the prize is a $25 Amazon gift card.
That's very good incentive for us to get this going. Okay.
Yeah.
So that'll be very exciting.
We'll tell you what we're looking for at the end of
today's live stream. Yep. So, all right, stick around. So we're going to switch over to Anna now. So hopefully, I think this should work. So We're going to switch over to full background. So, all right, here we go. Here's Anna.
Do we have volume on that, Noah?
It's playing. It's playing in the stream. You just can't hear it.
Sure.
That's funny. Oh wow.
Yeah.
That was very cute. I love dogs. That I hadn't actually watched that prior to this, so that is very entertaining to see that. That was very very funny. Okay, so I think I'll actually just switch right over to so our first guest host we're gonna have on today is Raegan Eichhoff. Most of you probably know her. A lot of you
Yeah.
probably know her. Grace, do you want to introduce Raegan to us?
Sure.
Okay.
Reagan has been sort of a staff MVP over the last summer or two. She's been activity staff. She comes on and helps out with the camp. She is helpful in a lot of ways. So odds are pretty good you've seen her around. And I'm hoping to get her to be on staff in the future. So we're
Always
working
the
on it.
hope. Yeah.
So no pressure, no pressure, Reagan.
All right, Raegan.
But she's going to be a guest today. She's also going to do what I have just now decided to call a section called At Home with Reagan. She has and breeds mini donkeys, which who doesn't love mini donkeys? One of them is actually going to have a baby pretty soon, which is really exciting. And yeah, she's going to show us around there. So
Take it
hi,
away,
Reagan.
Raegan.
Hi.
How are you?
Ooh, let's see if we
Good.
can
How
get
are
you.
you?
See if we can get your
Good.
screen up
What-
there, Raegan.
Okay. What have you been up to these days, Reagan?
Not much, but I don't know. I've been kind of making a lot of stuff. Like I have an embroidery machine, so I've been embroidering very many things. So that's one thing. But yeah, and then just homework. We started online school on Monday, so it's really not that bad though. It's a lot better than I expected. So that's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's nice to hear you've got such a good response to that. I have heard different things from other people that they are really not enjoying
Mhm.
the online learning. But it's
Yeah.
good to hear that you're doing okay with it. Well, you're for sure gonna have to share your embroidery with us sometimes. We've got
Yeah.
so many talented people.
I will
Um,
something.
Yeah, and Noah, we have to make sure we share that post from CJ as well.
Yes, we'll do that right after this. That's a good thing. I
Yeah.
almost forgot about that. So,
So Reagan, give us a little tour of what your life looks at home and your mini
Okay.
donkeys.
I'll flip the camera. I'll try to show you all them, but Doug ran away. So here's the pregnant one. It's very, very wide. Her name's Millie, and she's like probably gonna have it in like a few days, so that's good.
Yeah.
She's very large. Oh, you probably can't see it. Doug's like way over there by the trees, rolling around.
oh,
don't
that's
know, you
cute.
probably
We
can't
love
see.
we love rolling
Um,
donkeys.
That one that's running away from me is Pearl. She's not pregnant. She's just there. And this is my dog Copper.
No.
He likes seeing my donkeys move all the time. It's kind of gross. It's pretty nasty, but
And so when that donkey has the baby, do you anticipate that we can see a little picture of a baby donkey next week?
yeah, hopefully.
Yes.
I have one of our baby from last year, so I can probably send that to you guys later. Because
Okay, sounds good.
they're like a foot tall. They're so tiny.
Well, I'm a sucker for baby anything, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited to see it.
Yes. Also, I should remind everyone who's watching today, if you have questions, feel free to send them in the chat. I will be monitoring it and watching it and making sure that your questions get answered by the people on the screen. So feel free to ask questions throughout, and I'll keep watching. So, all right. Raegan, do you have anything else to say?
I don't think so.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much for being on today.
Yep.
Well, we'll see your donkeys soon enough. Hopefully, you better send those pictures
Yeah.
and better send in
Yeah,
some embroidery.
hopefully.
That is the hope. All right, thank you, Raegan. Thanks so
Yep.
much.
Yep,
Thanks,
bye.
Reagan.
Bye bye. For our next transition thing, I'll show you the pictures that CJ made. If you remember CJ, she was the youth programs director before Grace was present at Ironwood. So these are some of the background images that she had made. I can, if you really would like these images, I'm sure we could send them out, and you can make them for your own phone backgrounds. But just looks like they're made from watercolor, right?
Yeah, watercolor and pen. And then Do you have it pulled up? Noah, what song was it inspired those?
I don't have the post itself. I just have the two images. So,
Okay.
yeah.
It was inspired by a song, and if you really want to check it out, you can look at CJ on Facebook. I think most of her stuff is private, but I did ask her to make that post public. So if you want to see it and
Mm-hmm.
take a better look, you can do that.
All right. Sounds excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, now that we've got that going, we have our next guests on. Oh, actually, I should quickly address the chat. There are some people messaging. So David Shelby asks if he can name the donkey. Raegan, I don't know if you're still there, but I'm sure that Raegan, are you still there?
Yeah, I am.
What do you say to that?
Maybe.
Okay, it's okay.
We
You don't
talked
have
about
to.
this
We'll see.
having it could be the next competition. You never know.
Maybe it is. Maybe a donkey naming competition. Who knows? You might get lucky. Feel free to comment donkey names in the chat if you really want to. Maybe I'll pick my favorite by the end of the stream. So we and David, no, you cannot get a shout out. You're not getting a shout out on stream. So no matter how much we think he deserves it. David says he's naming it Clemens. So you're welcome. That is the donkey's name now.
No, it's not.
Okay, let's move along. We've got our next guests on or tarmac, he says. Moving on. We'll have our next guests on today. So I'm sure you know these people. You know them. They are near and dear to all of our hearts here at Ironwood. They've been with us for a couple of years, and they've kind of become a tradition at Ironwood. Wonderstate, are you guys here? They're coming.
We are.
They are here. Okay. Let's bring you guys over here. All right, there we go. All right,
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
What's up?
How's it going?
It is excellent. Thank you guys for joining us today. It's good to see your faces again. So,
You guys too.
Good to see you guys.
Grace, you have some questions for him?
Yeah, I do.
Cool.
So I mean, first of all, what have you guys been doing in the midst of all this? What are your days kind of look like?
Yeah, man. Well, let's kind of want to start it out by saying a shout out to David Shelby and that water is wet, my man.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
move on from
jeez.
that. And man, in the midst of all this, man, it's been definitely really, really crazy. There obviously plans have changed. There's a lot of plans, a lot of things that we had scheduled to go and play and do. We had a lot of new music in the making that we're going to be releasing and things like that. And a lot of that had to get put on pause, but it's been an amazing opportunity for us to catch up on some work. We've been working on some really fun things. We've really been doing a lot on our YouTube channel and posting things, posting new videos, things like that. We actually just posted one last week. It was the hardest try not to laugh challenge that we've ever done.
It was really tough.
Yeah, and you'll have to watch it to see who wins the battle, but man, it was very, very hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we've been working on a YouTube channel and we've been recording some new music. Yeah, just really doing what we have to do in a time like this. It's kind of it happened and now we're just dealing with it, so yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, something that I was thinking about earlier and read an article from the Fuller Youth Institute, which is a really great resource, but it was talking about the importance of naming what we're grateful for, and that's really important. And a lot of people are we want to try to stay positive, to try to find the things that we're thankful for when there's so much going on. But it's also really important to name the losses and acknowledge that some things are really sad. So I want us to practice that. If you guys want to share what kind of two pieces, then what are some losses that you're really feeling, that you're grieving right now, what are things that you feel you've lost, and at the same time, where have you been finding gratitude also in the midst of that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah. I think for me, I just miss like kind of being out and about and like just traveling, meeting new people and just kind of getting to connect. Like that's just such a part of like what we do that I enjoy a lot. So it's just been kind of weird, like with not being able to do that. But
Yeah.
for me, that's probably one thing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, exactly that. Like we are extroverted people, and there's definitely a lot of, um, yeah, there's definitely like a lot of emptiness in like I can say like I'm experiencing personally a lot of emptiness like in my life, like in that area of like I get recharged from people and like not being able to be around people and see friends and like do things together, like that's like obviously affecting me a lot. One of the biggest things, like I'm not literally I haven't been able to like hang out with my girlfriend for like literally a week or almost 2 weeks, just because like of how the quarantine like rules are, and like she lives in a big or with a big family, so like there's just a lot of like rules and like what we like kind of can't do because of like the current situation, and definitely like there's things that are definitely very very real about it, and I think like the it it's wild, like it's wild to see like not just we're personally affected or you guys are personally affected, but literally the entire world is affected by something like this. And I will say something that like um, I've found and I've seen as like a silver lining in the midst of something that could be like chaos or could seem like chaos is I've noticed like how this has like unified the world. Like people are like coming together to help each other, and I see even just like if you think of like your biggest like the person you're the biggest fan of and like your biggest like celebrity crush or whatever, like you see these people and they're literally we're all on the same level right now. We're all like in the same understanding, and like there's no like nobody's outdoing each other or whatever, but people are coming together and helping each other. And I think that like yeah, in everything there is a silver lining that like you can notice and you can see, and I think like that is definitely something that like we've seen and we've even experienced just from like friends and loved ones that like know what we're going through, like not just like physically but financially. Like there's a lot of areas that are suffering due to something like this, and it's a very real thing. It's not like it touches everyone, and it affects everyone, not just like one single person group. It affects everyone, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's probably like events that we were looking forward to that aren't happening now. I mean, people are losing jobs and internships, and that's hard.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Really hard.
It is hard, but we're making the most of it. And I Wonderstate, did you, Grace, did you have more questions for him, or did we?
Yeah, well, I mean, the other side of that question
Yeah.
was what, where have you found gratitude, and maybe some like unexpected gratitude that you wouldn't have necessarily had or accessed without everything going on right now.
Yeah. I would say definitely like I have found and I think both of us, like we've really like found a lot of like, yeah, a lot of peace in like settling down and like actually stilling, like an opportunity to be forced to like still our hearts and like settle our life down, and like the busyness of our life quiets down, and just to like reflect and I was actually talking with Abigail about this on the phone the other day, how like man, we all have so much to be grateful for in like so many times in our life. Like we're always like looking for the next thing, we're looking for the next promotion, we're looking for like we want to be like on this certain stage, or we want to like be a manager or like or whatever it is, like we always are looking for the next thing. And like man, this is really personally giving me an opportunity just to like pause and just like appreciate like what like I have, like what we actually do have, and like what we can be grateful for, like the house we can like literally just be in. Like I have a house I can like live in, and like be totally safe. I have like access to like food, to like have enough food to like supply me for this time. Like the a good relationship with my parents. Like certain things that like sometimes go overlooked because of the busyness of life have really like been highlighted personally like, in my life through something like this. So.
Hmm.
know for you, Us.
Yeah, definitely the same for sure. Just like being thankful for like what I have, and like definitely gets highlighted too when something like this happens, where you just like becomes way more like just obvious and like visible to you too.
Oh, definitely.
So I think just like thankful for like family and like just loved ones for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
That's
thanks
good
for sharing,
advice.
guys.
Yeah, we have one question from the chat. Ben Cockrum asks, Ethan, how can you encourage the students watching to keep their faith during this time?
Oh man, I would just say this: the Father is consistent, and He's consistent through all things. And in the midst of something that is like definitely a tragedy, and it is definitely very very real. I just say like, and I'm a big proponent of like always like seeing the Father as good and seeing him as good in all things. And I think if anything during this time, if there's like questioning like in your heart, or if there's like anything where like, yeah, there's any doubt whatsoever, like I would just encourage you to like encourage students and like everyone in this room, in this chat, like just dive deeper into the word and just dive deeper into relationship with the Lord, and really just discover like who he is and like what his heart is, for you, and like discover like his goodness. Like I heard a saying, it says the way that you see God is the most important thing about you, because the way that you see him is the way that other people see him in you. And I think that during a time like this, we have a lot of time on our hands. We could be spending it. We've been like playing Call of Duty and getting that on, and like playing games, stuff like that. But also too, like it opens a lot of opportunity to just like have time to be still and just like read. And like so many times I know in our lives, we're like, man, I'm so busy. Like I just wish that I didn't have to go to work at 6 a.m. because if I didn't, I would for sure like read the word for a while in the morning and then go to work. Well, now all those excuses are kind of removed for a lot of people, and like we have an opportunity to actually like just like sit down and be intentional about like spending time in the word, or just like simply like reading a book or listening to like a pastor, or like just like spending time with the Lord. And I think that like that is like the perfect antidote to like maintaining faith in a season like this, because like also we're going to have people coming to us that like they need to have a word of encouragement. Like they need to like be encouraged. They need to have a conversation with someone that is faith filled. And I think like in that same vein, like it's like important to like maintain our faith, but also like we can't beat ourselves up for like being down and actually like expressing the obvious. Like, yeah, this is really really tough, and it's okay to express like that feeling and that emotion. You don't have to be emotionless in something like this, and also like we don't have to feel like trash if like we aren't maintaining our faith in it. But the silver lining is like the Lord and his goodness and his faithfulness, and like he will come through and he will prevail. And like that, if that is something that's like a foundation that's set and firm in your heart, like that's gonna like push you a long ways, not just like through something crazy like this, but literally for a lifetime, because you carry something that like people want and people desire, because they need to find security in something, and that security can be offered through the knowledge that you carry and through like what you have. So yeah.
That's good. That's really good knowledge. Thank you so much, Ethan.
Yeah.
Do you so I understand that you guys have a couple songs to sing for us today. Do you guys want to
We definitely do. I think we'll start with Hurricane. This song, thanks again guys, by the way, for having us on. Like we're so blessed to have been here, and to see your beautiful wonderful faces on this MacBook screen. But yeah, so this song is actually it's our top song on Spotify right now, and one of the things we've been working on is actually recording an acoustic version of this song, and we're going to be releasing that really soon, like before June. We're going to be releasing that, so you can like stay tuned about that. We just want to play the acoustic version for you guys. This is a song, many of you guys have heard it. It's called "Hope in the Hurricane," and this song actually. The other buddy that's in the room right now, he was a part of the writing process like on this tune way back in the day. It stemmed out of like a really stormy season of my life. Like it wasn't as intense as like what we're going through right now, but like it definitely felt like it in my heart. And I definitely felt distant. I felt alone, and I felt like overwhelmed. And just the way that the Lord's always spoke to me is through music. He's always just encouraged my heart through music, and I really feel like that's why like we do what we do, and why I know it's definitely why I do what I do. And this song really came to me in that season. I picked up my guitar, I could barely play a G chord, you know, and I was just laying on my bed, and the chorus came out. You know, it was a chorus that it did. Even when the storm rages, and I'm caught up in the pouring rain, I don't ever have to be afraid. Your love carries me home. And like, it just like literally brought so much just peace to my heart. And yeah, we just hope that like the words just really speak to you guys' heart today. So yeah, this is Hope in the Hurricane, the acoustic version, literally the first group of people to ever hear this version. But yeah, here we go. 1, 2. Gracious protector of my life, you restore my hope with every sunrise. Ever constant, you're always true. I will always put my hope in you. Your love hasn't failed me yet. I hold on to the promise that even when the storm rages and I'm caught up in the pouring rain, I don't ever have to be afraid. Your love carries me home. And even when the waters rise, I see a truth on the new horizon. You know your love carries me home, and I call your name. Oh, your name. You're the hope in the hurricane. The hope in the hope. Oh yeah. By my side, you're the closest friend. Alpha, Omega, beginning end. Healer of fire, the guiding light. Peace in the boat on a stormy night. Yeah, your love hasn't failed me yet. I hold on to the promise that even when the stormy rages and I'm caught up in the pouring rain, I don't ever have to be afraid. Your love carries me home. And even when the waters rise, I see a truth on the new horizon. Oh, your love, it carries me home when I call your name. You're the hope in the hurricane. Oh, you're the hope. Even through the fire, the wind, and the rain, you are constant, always remain. Even through the fire, the wind, and the rain, you remain. Even through the fire, the wind, and the rain, you are constant, always remain. Even through the fire, the wind, and the rain, you remain. Even through the fire, the wind, and the rain, you are constant, always remain. Even through the fire, the wind, and the is rage. And I'm caught up in pouring rain. I don't ever have to be afraid. Your love carries me home. And even when the water's rising, I see a truth on the new horizon. You know, oh, your love, yeah, it carries me home, and I call your name. Oh, I call your name. Oh, I call your name, yeah. And even through the fire, the wind, and the rain, you are constant, always remain. Even through the fire, the wind, and the rain, you remain. Yes, you remain.
Wow. That was awesome. Thank you guys. That was incredible.
You bet, man. Wow, for sure. I'm sharing to y'all. Yeah. So were there more questions, or should we go into the next tune?
I can look really quickly. It looks like they'll just be seeing the end of the song now. It doesn't look like there's any questions currently.
No,
So,
if you guys just want to go into the next song, you can do that.
Cool. That sounds good. So so this song actually kind of crazy. We're gonna kind of switch the beat, like play a little more of an upbeat tune here. This song we actually played for the first time at the Memorial Day Bash at Ironwood last year. We literally wrote it in the chapel. We finished writing in the chapel at Ironwood, and then we played it live on the stage the next day, which was kind of wild. But yes, we thought it was just kind of fitting. Wanted to share with you guys. This is literally going to be one of our newest tunes that we released. So we've coming out this summer. It's a song called "You." It's actually a love song. It's a song about like that one person, and it's like it crosses multiple lines, like not crosses lines, but like it can like be seen as like that person that you like that's like been the person that's loved you the whole time, but like you've never seen them until you actually do. That could be an actual person, or it could be the Lord, or whatever, however you want to perceive it. That's what it is. But it's a love song about that person that has just been giving you love the whole time, but you haven't like noticed them until you actually do notice them, and then it's like all so real. Kind of like "You Belong with Me" type of I don't know. Here we go.
Okay.
This is what it looks like when I wake up with no coffee and I'm doing life on my own, apart from you. This is what it looks like when I walk in my shame and regret instead of the light of your best. Don't love without you. I'm like a wave tossed in the ocean, getting caught up in the motions of life. Yeah. Open up my eyes. I'm like a wave tossed in the ocean, getting caught up in the motions of life. Open up my eyes to see you. Oh, 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 oh. I seen you. Oh, 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 oh. This is what it looks like when I wake up with no coffee and I'm doing life on my own, apart from you. Oh, and this is what it looks like when I walk in my shame and regret instead of the light of your best. Don't love without you. I'm like a wave tossed in the ocean, getting caught up in the motions of life. Open up my eyes, yeah. I'm like a wave tossed in the ocean, getting caught up in the motions of life. You opened up my eyes to see you. Oh, 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 to see you. To see you. my eyes. You opened my eyes to you. You opened my eyes. Opened my eyes. You opened my eyes to you. You opened my eyes. Opened my eyes. You opened my eyes to you. You opened my eyes. Opened my eyes. You opened my eyes to you. To see you. Hey. Hey. To see you. To see you. See you. To see you. Tell 'em, Austin. Here we go. Oh, oh. Yeah.
Wow, that was awesome. Thank you guys so much. Wow, it is incredible to see you. Yeah, wow. I'm just so thankful to see you guys again. I had a great time right there. That took me back to worshiping in the chapel during summer camp. So I'm very happy. So that was, yeah, rock on, rock on. I didn't know you could do an acoustic guitar solo like that. That was incredible. Wow.
Yes,
Okay. So we'll I'll keep watching the chat here for just a second, but yeah, what do you guys want to plug yourselves for any people who are watching here that might not know about Wonderstate and this might be their first experience listening to you guys?
Absolutely. So Wonderstate is a group of rednecks. No, so Wonderstate, yeah, we're here on this live stream. We've built a great friendship with Ironwood, Grace, Noah. Definitely love the family and love like being a part. Feels like family every time we're there. Yeah, they have the best camp food out of all the camps. So, and they have pizza night on Tuesdays. So that's always legit. But Wonderstate, we travel and we play original music. We travel to camps and conventions and things like that. Also, I'm like lead worship for students. The name came from our good buddy Post Malone. He was, no, I'm kidding. But we, we just like love doing this and love like hanging out with students and with people and just like hearing stories and like just offering like we believe that like music is such a tool and such a vehicle that literally it has no room. It's like I see it as a big old bus that's like big enough to fit the entire world in it. It has no room for like judgment or agenda, just like simple love. And like that's literally like the vision of Wonderstate is we like want to inspire people to just love more and simply like see their world through like the filter of wonder and the filter of like what if like I'm actually wrong, and like the whole idea of life is just simply loving people and loving people well. And so
that's
if
awesome.
you're new, if you're watching here today, we want to hang out. So we're not don't want to plug our social, but if you do want to DM us and hang out, we'd love to chat. Absolutely. So
yep, sounds great. Thank you guys so much for being on the show once again, and we'll hopefully see you guys soon. So.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Of course. Thank you. All right. So we'll be wrapping up the show today. So this is, thank you guys once again for joining.
Wait, Noah.
What's up?
The competition.
No, that's what I'm getting to. We're wrapping up the show, but before we leave, we do have a competition for next week. So we want you guys, since we can't go into the outdoors and have some adventures, we want to, live an adventure through your own creation. We want you to build a pillow fort for us. Build the most elaborate or not pillow fort that you possibly can, and we want to see your submissions and what you choose to do with this challenge. You can submit these to the Ironwood Instagram or Snapchat. You can see it just at the bottom of the screen. Both of those handles are the same. Oh, yep. Grace is putting it up on her screen right now. So let me. I'll share Grace's screen. There we go. At Ironwood Youth, Snapchat and Instagram, right there. So, yep. Don't forget to submit that. We want to see what you guys have been up to, and we want to see what your guys's the way that you're passing time during this interesting season. So, and Grace, is there a prize for this?
Well, if you win this competition, you are at the end of the year, end of the school year, entered into a raffle to win the $25 Amazon gift card prize.
Yes.
So if you win, you get the chance. But there will be multiple opportunities.
Yes.
Multiple competitions, chances to win. So it's anyone's game. It's anyone's game.
Anyone's game. So you're in this to win this. We want to see your pillow forts. So be sure to message us your creations, and we'll see you next time here on Ironwood Live. So thank you once again for tuning in. Thank you for making us a part of your week. We love you. We're so thankful that you're part of this. Once again, my name is Noah Hansen, and we'll see you next time on Ironwood Live. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
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 Oh, is Charlotte on the screen right now?
I don't know.
Oh
Yeah,
my
she
God.
is.
Okay. Just a second. Let me put this up here. Okay. All right. Say bye, Charlotte.